friends. Welcome. This is your Libra reading for the month of November. This will be the basic reading, and then I'll do an extended over on Patreon. So, if that's your kind of thing, follow me over there after this. I try to keep it affordable enough for everyone so that it can be sustainable on my end, but also I don't want to make anyone go broke. So check that out if that's your thing. And whether or not it is, I'm very, very thankful that you all are here on YouTube with me and receiving these messages with me. We've got 3 out, so let's see what we have so far. Ace of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and Justice. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. So, Ace of Swords, what's going on? There's kind of been this chaotic energy that I've been feeling for, I don't know, a few days. If you've been watching my videos, you might have seen that. Shoot, it's probably been a week or more now. Regardless, there's some kind of chaos and confusion that goes along with this Ace of Swords in reverse. So whenever I get something like that, that's when I really look forward to the extendeds so that we can dive into like what the source is of that confusion and chaos kind of thing. But for now, that's what I get from it. Not a whole lot on its own. The 8 of Pentacles, you've been really hard at work. You might have a lot going on, but you are doing a good job of like staying focused and doing the things that you need to do, kind of keeping your nose to the grindstone kind of thing. So that's a really good place to be, especially if you are in this chaotic, confused space. If you're able to stay focused through that, you might have a gift in that area, my friend. Justice, that talks about balance and what I just heard come in is like, okay, I have to show you the way that I'm looking at it. Do you see how the person kind of has their back to the Ace of Swords? As I'm looking at this Justice card and kind of taking it in for its energy, it was pointing me back to that visual. And what it's telling me is you are staying super focused, yes, and you're working really hard, but it's almost like you're using it as a distraction from whatever this is that's causing that chaos, that confusion, that may be upsetting. We're pretty good as humans at, trying to avoid such things, and that may be what you're looking at right now. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good thing to be hardworking and to be able to focus like that, but if you're using it as a distraction and kind of using it in your favor to avoid the things that you don't want to deal with, you're just going to cause more problems for yourself down the road. Justice calls for you to bring it all into balance. Maybe you've been kind of a workaholic. Maybe you've been working like 16 or 20 hours a day, and that's not really allowing for the balance that needs to happen in your life. Now, it is interesting to me because Justice came out in the upright, so it doesn't always in that position point to the imbalance that I'm feeling for this. So that part is definitely interesting to me. Again, I'll be interested to see in the extended what's going on with that. But for now, it is what it is. we could be looking more also at like a cause and effect kind of thing. Sometimes justice talks more on that side of things where like, yeah, if you keep going in this kind of energy and avoiding the things that you need to confront, um, there are some consequences that you'll be facing. So justice might be popping up as kind of a warning. Um, Again, I'm not getting a whole lot of energy from this card in particular as far as like what what that chaos and confusion is, where that seed is, and that could be because we're in a general reading, and I mean, there are just so many potentials for what it could be. Um, so it might just be that it's not important for me to know that. As whoever comes to see this reading sees it, um, they'll each have their own things going on, right? So it does keep it more general. Um, but again, if that cause and effect is at play, this is a warning that you need to be looking at this and addressing that Ace of Swords, addressing your tendency to work over the other things. Um, I, as I was saying it, I was laughing because I got this visual of like steamrolling, um, literally just like working so hard that you're steamrolling over emotions or other things that are going on in your life, whatever it might be. So take a pause, take a look at that, and try to bring that back into balance. That's just what I keep hearing. Again, it doesn't super make sense to me with the justice in the upright, but I'm taking the messages as they come. That's what I do. So let's try for an advice card from, oh, I'm making everything shake. um, from the Oracle deck. Okay, this one says, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. So I like to hold this up in case you would like to pause it, maybe meditate on it a little bit, or just have a few extra moments with it. Read it yourself. I know sometimes I like to do that. I'm not always a person who can learn by hearing. Um, so yeah, it's talking about going within, and it's talking about surrender, and the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. To me, this is talking about surrendering to the reality of what is. Whatever it is that you are pushing aside or not wanting to acknowledge, when you can surrender to that and just acknowledge that that's what's going on and that you need to deal with it, um, that's when, it might feel like you have to deal with it on your own. And it is up to us to a certain extent to deal with those kinds of things in our lives. But once we allow the reality of the situations to really come into play and be what they are, that's when we can start to find solutions to it, both internally and externally. Um, Once we acknowledge the situation, we're more open to other people talking about it. Sometimes they can already see it going on, but even if they try to speak up, you're not going to be receptive to it. And if you're always working, you're not going to be there to hear it, literally. So, um, and I mean that more than just the physical people around you. Um, if you're spiritual or religious or whatever your beliefs are in that realm, um, they will be there for you too. I know to some that can sound funny, but you know, I've had some things happen in strange ways where it just shows you. I mean, the universe has your back, and sometimes you can't really explain how certain things work out, but the first step is seeing reality for everything that it is and just being open to it, because that's when the solutions find you. Okay. I hope there was a nugget of help in there for you. As I said, we are going to dive into the extended over on Patreon, but if this is where we part ways, again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to reading again for you soon. All right. I love you lots. Bye.